training complete. Alright, let's get it. Let's get the 6 and 0. Hey yo, you ever had someone like poke your ribs real hard, and it's like you don't feel nothing, but it's like 5 minutes later you feel all the aftermath. Yo, that crap be hurting, yo. The next time you come over, I'm gonna just start poking you in your ribs. You'll feel it. I'm like, yo, why you do that? And like 5 minutes later, you gonna be like, ah. But let's get it. 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 You watching now? It's up. But, oh no. Hold on, yo, next week on Monday, it might be the game of the year in the other league. No, the BFT with the one I got the Jaguars in. Yo, I boosted those dudes up so much. I have a 99 overall offense and a 99 overall defense.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts will love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Patriots going up against the Colts.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts.
How many, what's the name? This your, the first season in this league?
This is my first season, but I think this is the second season. Hey, how'd you miss the tackle, really?
To about the 39 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a second.
All good, all good.
These kinds of lanes are available. You have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first.
Yo, this shit not letting me buy this shit. It's on some fake ass shit. It's not trying to let me get a discount.
Huh? Oh, you talking about so you can play this match?
I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? You just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Hold on. You getting real live action now? It'll be the same thing.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Hold on. Come on, because I'm about to get this dude.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Hold up.
So a nice job to break
So it's not letting me buy it. They keep saying something wrong with my car, even though I'm putting the exact shit.
5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen?
Yeah.
When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And just put the codes in.
Now it's Luck off the bootleg. to his right. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. That one goes for 36 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there.
I'm gonna get out the I'm about to get out the party because this messing with my game. Oh, hold on. All right.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after.
He did. I couldn't do nothing.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Watch tight end. Three down. Let's go! Alert! Slam! 72. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Blue 20. Wide, alert! Turn it up. Let's go, no, 66. Come on, baby, let's go. Get it.
On first down, Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked out in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Hot. Lay down. Blue 20. 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down at the 46. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Wait, 20. Wait, 20. 59's Mike. Check. 59. 52. Hey, Alabama. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Go. Check three.
Ready to throw on 2nd down. It's caught left side by Lewis. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 29. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Wait, 20. Wide, 80. Hey, guys.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Wait, 20. 3 down. Come on, baby, get
Gronk, the
excited.
tight end, in motion. They'll try again with Lewis. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
Escaping the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. An update now from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac. Did you trade 6s for 3s? Things are going to work out in your favor.
Now they try the right side here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Patriots. The big fella. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
Left coming. Switch up.
And he'll give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in position. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Tight end right. Easy. We got three, fellas. We got three.
On second down, here's Luck. Finding some room at midfield. Caught left side by Hilton. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The throw on second down is Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll give it here to his running back. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Watch tight end. Hey.
Here's Luck now on second down. This complete to Lockett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are in for 6.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Stays on his feet. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the Colts coming out now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's Locke. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Hurry, 40. Easy, easy. Alert, alert.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Key right. Check out. Let it roll. Check out.
Love. Flushed out right. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Kill. Alert.
3 down.
Check out.
Blocked on third down. He's got a man. It's Williams. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He wasn't ready.
Second down, 9 yards to go.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Tight left.
Kill.
Alert. 3 down.
To throw is Love. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, easy. Check out.
Here's Love. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
Brandon, some of those windows into the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Now they try the right side here. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They're coming.
Wait, 20.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, you can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Sets up the screen to Lewis. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Blue 20.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
White 20. 3 down. White 20.
Now Brady again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tahir Whitehead. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
We got 3.
Throwing is Brady on third down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch. I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
A second quarter score from KC. The Chiefs have added on. They're pulling away in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Tight end right. Easy. Hey.
On first down, it's Lott.
Check.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's going to look deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
20!
Now Brady throwing on second down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Pats on 3rd. 51 yards.
Watch right, watch right. Let's go! We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving. We get it!
They run. This is Lewis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Wait, 20. Wait, go.
Again, it's Lewis. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Run. Yeah, baby. Woo! Tight is Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Out. 3 down. Why? Quick hit.
On second down, here's Brady. They set up the screen to Ivory. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Chris Ivory, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Right, 20. 53! Hey, guys, check it, reload! But we gotta stand up.
Shotgun now for Brady. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Right here.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting.
Now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out. And the Patriots have it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, These are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Off the toss, Lewis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dion Lewis with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And his kick is right through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Man left, man left.
On 1st and 10, Locke. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
We got 4 down, 4 down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Now it's Locke. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now a 1st down throw. Locke eluding the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
A shotgun snap for Love.
Check.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's brought down. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
Alabama. Check 24.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Wait, 20. We go. 3 down. Alert. 52. Check.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Shift. Blitz. Woo, baby. Get him, boys.
Here's Ryan Allen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third.
Get high. Let's go. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Get up. Get on your feet.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And very little issue in that one for the Redskins, opening their lead a bit further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get loud. I want to hear you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 85 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
51. 51. Turn it up. 52.
Brady now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Here's Brady to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Back now here on EA Sports. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up third and long.
Tight end right. Wait, 20. We got 20. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. He's at the 30. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 79 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Oh, nice move. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Throwing is locked. Complete to Hilton. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind, with him running the team, that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Luck now on second down. Flush to his right. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Tight right, tight right. Hey. Got three.
Third and long, it's Lock. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Watch the pass. Strike out. Blue 40.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throw left side complete. It's Sullivan. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Strike out. Blue 90. Hurry.
On first down, Love. Now he's flushed out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Here's Brady. Got some room at the 30. Left side, it's Dorsett. Philip Dorsett by himself. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 82 yards.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
The clock's running down. Brady now to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation. The second down, it gives me that option of running.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of...
And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live foot weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40, the 30. The end zone, and that's 2 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
20! 27's mine. Don't worry about that.
On first down, Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. That catch good for 5. It's third down. New England on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Time running out here on the play clock. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Chris Ivory with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And it's up and good.
That's 6, baby. We got it all day up here. We got it all day.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Move.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, there's a lot going on in that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man and man is having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set 53, Linda!
Now Lewis. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. New England on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
20! Round 80! Round 80!
This is Lewis. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Game time!
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball.